What is up, guys? My name is Henry Santos, and welcome to Silent Command. Today, we're going to be going over Stevens and Burton grip.
Let's start with Stevens grip.
First, we're going to start with our outer mallet. We're going to lay our outer mallet just across our pinky and ring finger, right where the fingers meet the palm. This line right here. Put it here. Make sure that's behind the middle and index finger, and you're going to curl the two fingers in all the way around. Make sure that only about ½ an inch is sticking out past your hand, and then the mallet itself is actually going upwards at an angle instead of parallel to the floor. So it should look like this. For the inner mallet, we're going to place it right in the middle of the palm, just underneath this fatty part of our hand. Put it here. And then you're going to wrap around it with your middle finger, like so. You see here, the mallet is laying on the second knuckle of the middle finger. Your index finger and thumb does something similar to the two mallet grip. So you're going to rest the mallet on the first knuckle of your index finger, and then on the direct opposite side, you're going to lay your thumb pad. And then, boom, there you go. To change the interval of the mallets, you're going to push in with your index finger to contract, or push out to expand. Now, as I'm doing this, this perch that I have between my index and thumb is still intact. So let's talk about set position for 4 mallets. Unlike 2 mallet set position, where our palms are diagonal, our palms are now going to be perpendicular to the floor and facing each other. Another thing you want to consider is that your arm is bisecting your 2 mallets. So nothing like this or this. You want to make it perfectly in between. You should be able to create a kind of Y shape with your mallets and your forearm, right? And then you just place it down here. Lastly, you want to make sure that the heights of your mallets are the same. You might have to do some like tiny micro adjustments, like maybe turning your wrist, just a tiny bit, but yes. Burton grip is less common compared to Stevens grip, but you will mainly see this in the vibraphone section. For the grip, hold out 1 mallet the same way you do for 2 mallet grip, and then you're going to put the other mallet and you're going to put it through the gap between your index and middle finger and then behind the mallet already in your hand. And it's going to go under, behind your thumb as well. The middle and ring finger should be able to support this new mallet. And again, there shouldn't be too much sticking out of your hand. To change the interval in Burton grip, you're going to curl in your index finger or curl out. Now, as you're curling in, you're going to notice that your back 2 fingers are actually opening up. And then also, your thumb is going to naturally ride along this inner mallet. The set position for Burton grip is actually very similar to the set position for 2 mallet grip, in which our hands are actually diagonal again. Everything else from the Stevens set position still applies. We have our arm bisecting the 2 mallets, and then all 4 of our mallets should be looking the same height. Sometimes you are going to be playing 2 mallet passages with 4 mallet Burton grip. Now, to do that, unlike Stevens, where you're playing with mallet 2 and 3, you're actually going to be playing with mallet 2 and mallet 4. To do that, you're going to take your right hand and you're going to expand the interval all the way to where your mallets are doing a 90-degree angle between themselves. Notice my thumb is all the way on top of the mallet, so I would curl that in, be relaxed. Your index finger is also curled all the way in, kind of similar to the ring and pinky, and then my middle finger is holding down mallet 4. The palm of your right hand will be facing directly to the floor, like so. And then we're going to raise up with a full wrist extension. And then the left hand stays the same. To get the A-frame / pizza slice shape, you might have to kick out your right arm just a tiny bit to get your mallets close together. This should also help your mallet 3 from not being a nuisance while you're playing because it's underneath your left arm entirely. And since we're here, the motion you should be using to play with your right hand in this situation is going to be like knocking on a door. And then the left hand, it's going to be the wrist rotation turning on the doorknob. But we're going to get to that in a later episode where I discuss the 4 basic 4 mallet stroke types. My name is Henry, and thank you for watching Silent Command.